Hey, Miss Gideon here. I want to help you with your Unit 6 quick check. Hopefully this will, I hope this will help you. You can always email me if you have questions. So this is similar to question 1 on your quick check. You are supposed to simplify this expression. So if you remember about factoring, the x fourth is a perfect square, so that could be x squared. So I can really do x squared minus something, x squared plus something, if 256 is a perfect square as well. And I can see that the square root of 256 is 16. So far that's what I have. And we've got this over x plus 4 still. Now, note that the x squared minus 16, I'm going to put it down here. Let me get rid of that equal because there is no equal in this. So x squared minus 16 factors to x plus 4 and the quantity x minus 4. And then that is factored, and I'm going to go ahead and bring down my x squared plus 16. This is all over x plus 4. Now looking at the quantity x plus 4, I can see I also have that in the numerator, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel that out. So I no longer have a denominator. And what I need to do now is simplify this that I just boxed in green. So I'm going to use the FOIL method and do x times x squared, which would give me x cubed, then x times a positive 16, which would be a plus 16x. I'm going to move and do the minus 4 times x squared, which would give me negative 4 times x squared, and then negative 4 times 16. And let me do that real quick. Negative 4 times 16, which is a negative 64. Now, the final thing is we want to put this in the proper order, standard order. So this is actually, the answer is x cubed minus 4x squared. So it's descending according to the variable, plus 16x minus 64. That is your simplified form. Now yours, now notice, this can be factored again, but that's not what we're doing. We're trying to find the simplified form. So end it right here, guys. All right, so for question 2, you are to simplify something similar to this. So you just have to take it piece by piece. I'm going to first do the numerator. So the numerator, I'm going to apply the 2 to each element inside this. Remember, when I have inside, outside, I'm actually multiplying my exponents. So 3 to the second power is a to the 6. B becomes b to the second, and then c is c to the second. I'm going to go ahead and bring down my a, b cubed, c cubed, and now I'm going to go ahead and, because I've just got this, I'm going to apply that 3 to each element inside the denominator. So I have a cubed, b cubed, and c cubed. Next, you want to multiply these out because we don't have really enough information to go ahead and subtract yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do a to the 6th times a, which would give me a to the 7th. Remember, when it's not an exponent, I add them. And then b squared times b to the 3rd would give me b to the 5th. And then c squared times c to the 3rd will give me c to the 5th. And I'm going to bring over my a cubed, b cubed, c cubed. And then the final step is when we are to simplify our exponents. Remember, we subtract them when we are actually dividing, and the fraction bar means division. So 7 minus 3 would give me a to the 4th. And taking the b's, b5 minus 3 would give me b to the 2nd. And also c5 minus 3 gives me c to the 2nd. So there's your simplified form. So this again is simpler to number 2. If I went too quick, you can back up, watch it again, or send me a webmail, and I can see how I can help. All right, the next part is what is excluded from this rational expression. Well, remember, we can't have the denominator to equal 0. That's a no-no. So all you're doing is you're taking the denominator and you're setting it equal to 0 to find that value of x. So add 12 to both sides, divide both sides by 6, So the excluded value is 2. And sometimes, well, that's it. X is 2. That's your excluded value. Yours is similar to what I just did. Same way. Now we've got something that's getting a little bit more difficult with our exponents and our factoring and all that. So if you remember anything from factoring, whenever I have a perfect square in the first one, a minus sign, and a perfect square, I can factor it as x plus something, x minus something, and so we take the square root of each of these. So that gives me my x, and then the 16 is plus 4 minus 4. Then the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and factor as well. Let me make that in green. I'm going to make that, factor that. So x, notice that this sign tells me if it's going to be positive or negative. So I'm going to have x plus something and x minus something because they are opposite signs. So what I want is factors of 24. When I multiply them, they're going to give me a negative 24. When I add them, they're going to give me a negative 2. So negative 8 and 3, that won't work. How about negative 6 and a positive 4? That's negative 24 when I add them. Yep, so your 4 is positive, your 6 is negative. Okay, so I've got those factored. And now I need to see if there's anything that I can cancel out. Notice I've got a x plus 4 in both the denominator and the numerator, so I can cancel that out. So this factors to x minus 4 over x minus 6. I hope that helped, guys. Let me know.